Welcome, my peace, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peace, my peoples. So let's talk about Married to Medicine, season 5, episode 10. Let's get into it. We start off with, Dr. Heavenly cleaning Tawana's teeth, getting her bridge together and all that good stuff, and trying to hook her up on a date because Dr. Heavenly says she's the relationship expert. She asked if she wanted some young dudes. Tawana was like, no. And then we get on to, Dr. Heavily fixing, Tawana's bridge and also filling a tooth that fell out or whatever. Dr. Heavenly said, make sure you don't bite down on no bottles or no bottle caps or whatever, because I don't know how you broke it the first time, but don't do any of that. And so then we get Curtis and Jackie. They at the park and they chilling. Curtis gives Jackie a envelope, and basically it's a poem, and he invites Jackie to go to Paris, and she declines to go to Paris because she ain't ready yet. She ain't ready to do that yet because she's still hurt. She's still suffering. And she said there's a lot that she has to deal with because, she said you think people will support her and have her back because she's a woman going through infidelity, and that's not the case. People is blaming her. And so she has to deal with that. And she's, have to deal with, social media just blaming her. And she was like, she had to search her soul, and she also says she hasn't been in public or whatever, and she doesn't want to hear what people have to say about her and the negativity that's going on. Curtis was like, just ignore that. It's easy for him to say because he just want to get back into the marriage, but Jackie doesn't want to let the marriage go. She's going to work on the marriage, but right now she is not going to go to Paris, but she's going to go to Barbados. Which one's more important, being with these catty women or being with your husband you trying to get back with and try to, have a good relationship with? So I'm thinking that Curtis is going to show up at the Barbados trip. So anyways, I was like, damn. And then we find out that Curtis speaks fluently French, and they went there many years ago, and it's a very romantic place for them and their heart where they've been together. And so it's so funny when it says exchange husband Curtis exchange. Like, they be putting these titles out here just to be killing people out here in these streets with these titles they put under their name. So anyways, she's gonna work on it and they're gonna work on it together. But basically Curtis is like, yo, we both gotta change, and he's also saying that, I want you to come to, Paris and everything because I want you to enjoy your life. And he was like, I know you enjoy your life. He means like she's enjoys her life now and everything that she's doing, working, but it's all about work. He wants her to have some fun. He wants her to take a different level of enjoyment by spending time with him, by taking trips, by relaxing and things like that, because her schedule is fit. Her schedule is tight. Her schedule's always there. He just wants her to enjoy life on a different level, on a different aspect of things. And so we get Contessa and we get Scott. They go out on a date or whatever. And so basically, they haven't been on a date for a while, because they don't have a nanny. So basically it starts with Contessa talking about she wants to spend more time with the kids. She has mommy guilt. Dr. Scott is like, I don't have daddy guilt. Dr. Contessa was like, I feel horrible. My mom, she worked overnight shifts so she could be with us during the day. And basically, so that's when Scott was like, so you want to quit your job? You don't want to work no more? And so, Dr. Contessa says, people don't see the value in being a stay-at-home mother anymore, It's not a precious job anymore. So, he was like, but you can't quit your job now. We just got this brand new house. If you wanted to do it 2 years ago, it would have been fine, but we need help paying out this house. Like, I can't work like Eugene. I can't be working 3 weeks straight without a day off. I ain't Eugene, baby. And he's like, so you're gonna have to keep working. You're gonna have to cut your schedule short. But he ain't trying to cut his schedule short. So I don't see what the big deal is. I just think that, she has a skill. She's been blessed with a skill. She's been blessed with knowledge and wisdom to be able to help people, serve people, and, make them feel comfortable, people that go to doctors, So why can't they find a nanny? Why can't they find some type of family member? They don't have any cousins, no aunts, no sisters, nobody. Like, use, what's his name? Curtis app and get a kid that would be a nanny. Or maybe they might go to nanny.com or something. Like, come on. Like, But I think, Dr. Contessa feels guilty that she's not there and she's not around. But you know what? I don't think, her mom, I think her mom was a professor. No, not if she worked overnight. I don't know what her mom did. But anyways, her mom had a different type of work field. She's in a different field. She's in a different playing game with, she's in a different bracket by being a doctor, and her kids are going to appreciate it so much when she's able to give them everything they need. They have a roof over their head, they're comfortable, anything they want they can have. Like they have they can, they're not hindered by poverty or have things that they're not they're not able to access because of their financial level. Their kids are going to have everything, so they're going to appreciate that a whole lot. And then, you know what, you can make time on the weekends. Like they both can make time, because Dr. Scott, he doesn't want to, overwork himself and work all these jobs, work overtime, because then he'll miss time out with the kids. So I think they can really plan out a wonderful schedule where they can actually, combat each other's schedules, where they can be around the kid and then actually get a babysitter or get a nanny and things like that. Like they don't have, I'm pretty sure that somebody on the Bravo staff would love to be a babysitter or your nanny. So then we move on to, Toya and Eugene, and they're dealing with, but before then we get to Cecil. We get to Cecil and Simone, and basically Cecil and Simone are spending more time together. And you see Simone comes home from work and she comes to the house where Kurt is at. So it's getting a little bit better, but they're both stubborn. They're going to work on the situation. But now it's time to talk about the kids app, basically. And with the kids app, Cecil's partner, he's coming in, but Simone is not pretty sold. She's not really sold 100%, 75%. She's sold on the app or whatever. And she wants to know more about the app. So that's when Cecil's partner, he comes in and he asks Simone to be the face of the app, and he talks about doing the background check and making sure it's safe for the kids, because Simone said, what about the kids and things like that. And they basically give Simone a better understanding, but which she was going to be anyway the face, and they want her to be the face because having 4 or 5 guys talking about kids and working with kids and having them go here, go there, it's kind of like, it kind of pushes people away, because they think pedophiles, they think, oh, these guys are not understanding, they're not caring, they don't know. But having a face of Simone that is a doctor and a mother, she's more believable, she's more trustworthy, and people will actually listen to her because she has a good reputation. And she has a good reputation, she has a profound reputation, basically, just because of her status. And so Simone was like, do you guys need any more money? And the guy was like, no, we don't need any more money now. I'm not in the business to lose money. We're doing this because we need money. I mean, because, they invest things and they make money. So, Cecil's friend, he has a lot of business ventures, and I guess they were successful because that's why Cecil wants to be a part of this kids app. And also Cecil's a fear of losing his job. He wants to make sure he has something to fall back on, that his family is taken care of, that they can pay them college tuitions and pay them bills, and not depend on financial aid. Well, they wouldn't even be able to get financial aid. So that's where Dr. Scott and Dr. Contessa comes in, because basically with 3 children, they're going to need both incomes to pay for college, even to they probably go to private school, but since they live in good areas and communities, they probably have a good, school system, because, the school system money is they usually get money from property tax and things like that. So, moving on from that. And so Simone is going to be the face of kid support, or the kids app or whatever. She's going to be the face of it, and she's 100% in, and she's going to support, Cecil. So it's good to see Simone is going to support Cecil, and she's doing it on TV, make him look like make him feel more of a man, you know what I mean? So anyways, we get to Toya and we get to Eugene, and basically they want to sell their house, and they paid $576 $60,000. And basically they had a renter for the house, and the renter is not going to renew their lease, so they need to sell it or rent to somebody else. But if they sell it now, they're going to lose about $60,000, $60,000 to $65,000, because the market is down. But Eugene is like, it's too much. I can't pay that mortgage over there, then pay the mortgage, then pay living expenses and the costs, and then their past tax bills all together. So something has to give, something got to go. And he was thinking about making the rent go up higher, but then that's when Toya was like, I just want to sell it. I don't see why they just don't move back into that house, and then they were free of one whole income where they would just be paying the mortgage on that house and that bill and their taxes, and they won't be paying for the property that they're living in now, which makes sense. And then they don't lose $60,000 to $65,000, because we don't know if this show is going to be on next season, and anything could happen. So but Toya wants to sell the house because she don't want Eugene to have any more stress. And Eugene's like, I've been working my ass off. You see why Eugene ain't want to have no sex with Toya, because damn, he needs some partnership. But she's bringing in them Bravo checks, so I guess it's not a lot of money, or this is just a storyline to keep us going. But it is what it is. I wish Eugene the best, because he's in debt, but you know what? He's learning a lesson from this, and he's also teaching the viewers a lesson that no matter how much money you make, you have to manage it well. And the tax man does not care about any excuses. If your family didn't teach you economics or saving, the tax man don't care. So now we're moving on to Quad. Quad is doing her cooking show because she wants a book deal. And she's at the studio. The reporter that's with her, or the journalist that's with her, watching her watching her cook her food. He looked like he was so hungry he couldn't wait to eat. Boy, he was chowing down on that food. And then Quad ended up getting two helpings, and the food looked delicious. The food looked good. And Quad was just like, yo, this is how we do. This is romance. This is, way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Not today, boy, because you just go to restaurants today. People don't value a lot of things that were valued back in the day. Some do. It all depends on how you're raised and who raised you. And so then we move on to Dr. Heavenly. She's chilling with Simone. She got her kids in the car. She told her son that he looked fun. He was funny looking, but now he's handsome. Simone jumps in and said, he's always been handsome. Don't say that. And then her son, Michael, Heavenly's son, Michael says, I was kind of funny looking, but the girls did like my glasses. They started laughing. And that's when Heavenly was like, yo, listen, Simone, since you having marital problems with you and Cecil, and, you need to spend more time with your husband and be with him and all that other stuff, I think I'm going to take over the couples trip, because I am a couple therapist. I am renowned couples therapist and all this other stuff. I'm a couples expert and all that good stuff. So you have been bamboozled out of your spot. I'm taking it over, and I think we should go to Barbados, because that is where Damon is from, and it's going to be excellent. People don't be liking some of the girls don't like when Simone plans the trips or whatever. So anyways, Dr. Simone was like, yo, listen, you ain't gonna come at me like that. And Dr. Simone looked at her like, oh, just because I told you I was having a few problems, you're gonna throw this up in my face and tell me this and tell me that. But Quad agrees with Dr. Heavenly that she should be taking over this. So it seems like Quad and Dr. Heavenly are down for each other. Like they down. Like Quad and Dr. Heavenly is like Mariah, like how Mariah and Quad was down, but a little bit less, but they getting there. Like they working together. They coming for Mariah. They coming for you, Mariah. And so then that's when Simone was like, oh no, you ain't gonna take no cheap shots at me. That's when Simone was like, well, you're gonna have to learn how to get along with everybody and be friendly. You can't be cussing and swearing, going off on people, and it's a difficult thing to do. You gotta call people, you gotta get the location together. People are not going to be happy with this or that. So basically Simone was like, oh no, you ain't gonna take a shot at me without me taking a shot at you, because I'm Simone. I take shots all the time. Simone was like, I don't know if you're prepared to do it, because you're having your problems with Mariah, you're having your spiritual journey problems, so I don't know if you're equipped to deal with it. And then Dr. Heavenly's getting upset. She's looking mad. And so that's when Simone was like, well, if you gotta hold yourself back from cussing me out, means that you might not be good for planning this trip, because you're gonna have to deal with a lot of crap, and you can actually destroy your own trip. But anyways, Uh, and Simone was like, I couldn't believe she took that cheap shot at me. And then Dr. Heavenly was like, Dr. Heavenly was like, I can't believe she took that shot at me too, talking about I gotta be content. I have to listen to what everybody says. I don't gotta what's her name? Heavenly's like, I don't gotta do but two things: stay black and die. That's the old saying they used to say all the time. So anyways, we get to Cecil and his brother. Cecil's brother is handsome, but Cecil is handsomer. And anyways, they're getting ready to reveal this, the kids app or whatever. All the ladies show up, but Quad is not there yet. She's late. Mariah walks in. She hugs and kisses everybody, but she ignores, Dr. Heavenly. And Dr. Heavenly's like, well, I guess the bitch is still mad, so I ain't getting a hug. And so then that's when they question Heavenly, like, yo, so are you going to invite, have you invited Mariah to the couples trip or whatever? She was like, no, I haven't invited her to the trip. I don't know if I really want to go. So I'm feeling Dr. Heavenly like, yo, why invite somebody you don't want them to go? And is Dr. Aiden going to go on the trip? Because we haven't really seen Dr. Aiden's, but I guess we're going to see Dr. Aiden next episode. But like, I feel Heavenly like, why be real about it? Like, oh, I don't like her. I'm beefing with her. Why would I want to come on a trip and mess it up? But if you want to be in control of, the couple's trip, and then you are a relationship expert, you should be able to fix this relationship with you and Mariah by, inviting her to the trip and not making it a big deal. But right now it's a big deal. And Toya's making it even a bigger deal because she wants Mariah to come and she thinks she should invite her. And Simone thinks she should too. But Simone just wants Heavenly to fail because she dissed her. So I'm like, these ladies are mad catty with all this education. Like, yo, boy, they are catty with this information, and then they are making the situation even worse by trying to force Heavenly to do something that she don't want to do. And then Mariah knows that she hasn't been invited on the trip because Toya told her already. So, but Mariah did show up in there looking good though. And you gotta say, Simone looked good with that long ponytail on the side and that white and black on. Simone looked good tonight. She got dressed like it was nobody's business. Because anyways, we move on. And so then Simone is talking to, what's her name? Mariah or whatever. And it's just like, yo, just calm down, whatever. Blase ain't a third, you apologize to each other. Basically the same shit with people trying to get Simone and Dr. Heavenly to just apologize to each other or admit somebody's wrong. Heavenly already apologized. What's her name? Mariah halfway apologized. And so right now it doesn't look like it's going to be a good situation. But anyways, we get on to Cecil presenting the kids app or whatever. And that's when Quad comes in and she asks a question, what about sex offenders? And that's when they say that they're gonna do background checks and this and that. I totally understand that. It sounds like a wonderful idea. You do the background checks, but what if someone is not on the system? What if they don't have a criminal record and you sending kids over to their house and something happens? Are they going to be held liable? So is there some type of form that the kids are going to have to sign or the parents going to have to sign so they don't, become liable if anything does happen, because it's like a workman's comp issue and things like that? Because what if the kid, is on his way to the job site and at the job he gets snatched or kidnapped or assaulted by the neighbor or somebody driving by? Would the app be responsible for that? So I guess Cecil answered the question of Quad and saying, yes, we're going to do national background checks and things like that, but people could have visitors over that has I guess nothing's bulletproof. Anything can happen. So anyways, moving on from that. So then now everybody's drinking, everybody's having a good time. And then we got the cattiness going on because now the ladies are outside talking to Heavenly, asking Heavenly that, you should invite, Mariah and all that other crazy stuff. And she don't really want to invite Mariah. And Toya was like, well, I think you should call her. I think you should talk to her about it. She's here. You got to work it out. It doesn't make any sense. Quad's there. All the ladies are there except for Mariah. Mariah's not there. Jackie's just listening. She got her own drama going on. But, I like to say, when Jackie told the ladies that, when Jackie told the ladies that Curtis wrote her a letter or whatever, Toya was like, well, I think he should have a punishment. I don't think that, she should forgive him. Like, she felt like he should have gone through more than what he is. And then, Dr. Heavenly got her nose turned up. Cortessa got her nose turned up. And Simone was like, well, I'm happy. But Simone got her nose turned up because I guess, they was going beating up their husband, basically verbally, basically, because, Curtis cheated and their husband didn't cheat, but they was going to bat for this. And now Jackie's back with her husband or whatever. And they had a little strifes in their relationship because they were trying to defend, Jackie or whatever. And which they didn't need to, but then that's when, and so then, Toya talks about she got a letter, and then Simone goes, I never got a letter before. Like, Simone, why you always got to throw Cecil under the bus? Okay, yeah, we know he didn't write you. And then Simone goes to, Cecil's brother, you're a great poet. And then that's when Cecil's brother was like, yo, we drove from California to Boston to see you, but then they end up fighting. So it's like, damn, Simone, stop trying to throw Cecil under the bus. And then when Cecil introduced Simone at the revealing of the app, Simone took the mic and she was like, I'm finally a part of this. I'm glad I'm a part of this after all these many weeks. I'm a part of this. I know about this. Like, damn, you didn't have to go in there with that, even though you're around amongst your friends and stuff, but damn, why you always gotta take shots at Cecil? So anyways, moving back on to the cattiness with the girls arguing and yelling at each other. So then, Mariah wants to go over there and she intervenes into the conversation. And so basically she's going back and forth, and Quad is jumping in and having, Heavenly's back. And Heavenly was like, yo, how you gonna invite me to your house and then turn around and shit on me? And Mariah was like, oh no, that didn't happen. She was like, the person with the problem is the one that's most offensive. And Mariah was like, kids and parents should be off limits. And people go low blows. And then that's when Quad was like, well, you've been guilty of that. People accuse you of being guilty of that. And then Dr. Heavenly is like, yo, if people keep saying that they got a problem with you, the way that you act, the way that you behave and everything, and it's not one person, it's like everybody, how come you don't do no soul searching or search within yourself to see that, hey, maybe there's a problem? But no, you don't think there's a problem with you. And so that's when Mariah was like, the person that's most offensive is the one with the problem, the one that's starting all the shit. And so then that's when Dr. Heavenly was like, yo, listen, you invited me to your house to shit on me, so you know what, I tend to say fuck you and your mama. And I was like, oh. And then that's when Mariah was like, see, but nobody's really coming for Mariah's defense but Toya. And Toya was like, you guys, we're tired of these fake apologies, you guys being fake, talking about being cordial. And especially, and the Quad was like, who you talking to, who you talking about? And then that's when Toya was like, I'm talking about you and Dr. Heavenly. Like, you guys say you're gonna, especially you, Quad, you don't really forgive, you don't really have no forgiveness. You talking about you forgive, but yeah, you're gonna be cordial, whatever. And then Quad was like, yeah, I'm gonna be cordial. Then so that's when Toya looked up the definition cordial, and cordial means being warm-hearted, being kind, maybe not your friend, greeting them and in a friendly manner, and all that other stuff, and being having that likeness towards them. And that's when Toby was like, ain't none of y'all doing that shit. Dr. Jackie and Contessa is quiet as a muff. Simone is ignorant on, because Simone don't really like Mariah, and she don't like the way Heavenly was coming at her, taking over her couples trip, because Simone hold grudges and she'll get you back one way or another. And plus she's here for Heavenly going off on Mariah. She's here for it because she know Mariah's on that bullshit that Mariah did disrespect, Heavenly, after Heavenly apologized to her mother, apologized to Mama Lucy, even though if Heavenly wasn't sincere, she just took the step to apologize to her, and Mama Lucy didn't take it. And then, Heavenly apologized to Mariah and, New Orleans, and Mariah didn't accept the apology for her mother because she said she can't, and she accepted her apology. I don't remember if Mariah apologized directly back to Heavenly or Mariah just apologized generally to all the girls. You guys let me know. So anyways, so now Mariah, she gets up and she goes away, whatever. And so then Toya convinces Dr. Heavenly to go down there and talk to Mariah. And then so Simone got to be a part of this, so Simone was like, I'll go. And heavily, Toy only did that to instigate. Toy was like, I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all fakeness. I'm sick of your fake apologies. I'm just sick of all the fakeness. I'm sick of y'all never forgiving nobody. So they go downstairs. Then Simone and Dr. Heavenly go downstairs to meet up with Mariah and her friends, or her aunt or her cousin. And Dr. Heavenly was like, you know what, I want to like to know if you want to go to Barbados, blah blah blah. And Dr. Heavenly's trying to hold it in, because you could tell at this time of point she can't stomach Mariah. And that's my almond oil. So anyways, she's like, so Mariah was like, you know what, I know she didn't want to invite me, so I'm gonna go anyways. Shit, I don't go nowhere where I'm not wanted. And so anyways, then after that, then Mariah jumps in, and Mariah was like, well, you know what, I can't tolerate you, anybody talking about mothers and kids should be off limit and all this other stuff. And so then that's when Dr. Heavenly, well, my husband should be on some real shit, some real shit. My husband should be off limits. Don't, if me and you going at it, whatever, don't invite my husband to come, and don't say get your wife or whatever. So then from there, it could have been good. They could have listened to both of what each other had to say. Mariah could have said, you know what, I'm not going to mention your husband. And Heavenly said, I'm not going to mention your mother. But no, don't go there. They start talking over each other, yelling. And all I hear is Heavenly calling Mariah, bitch, 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 bitch. Don't act like you ain't never heard bitch before, you fucking bitch. And Heavenly was so pissed. This woman act like she never heard bitch before. I was like, yo. Heavenly was so pissed. And Mariah knew she was pissed. And so Mariah was like, great. And so, and Dr. Evelyn was like, yeah, great, bitch. Your mother's great too, bitch. I was like, yo, so disrespectful. So now you see that, Mariah is not going to accept any apology, because she feels like it's not sincere. It never was sincere. But if Mariah didn't take that shot at Heavenly, there wouldn't be at this point. Mariah didn't take the shot at Heavenly at the mother's brunch. And so then Mariah was like, I don't fight with bears, lions, and tigers and beasts. And Heavenly was like, I don't fight with bitches and ugly whores. I don't fight with whores. You look like a whore. And it's like, so Heavenly, why are you calling her a whore? She hasn't gave you anything to assume that she was a whore. And if she has, tell us, let us know. And why are you calling her ugly? Because you think she's pretty? Or are you calling her ugly? Is because when at the barbecue, Mariah says, you don't know when a cute bitch is being nice to you. So you guys tell me what you think about the situation. Peace. I'm out. One love.